Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got a crypto update for you guys. Some really huge news going on in crypto today. So I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright guys, so I got some really big news to cover in this video about the launch for Portal yesterday. It's today as I'm recording this because I'm recording this last night. I got some fantastic news out of that launch, and I want to cover some things in here about Bitcoin and the supply and demand issue with Bitcoin right now, and why we could possibly get a correction here in the short term, and then maybe not. We'll just have to look at that here and see what's going on with the market. But there's some signs that could point towards correction coming up, so I want to cover that in this video as well and just see where we might be headed. So let's jump into it here. Currently at 2.385 trillion market cap, Bitcoin at 61,500. ETH actually broke over 3,500 and came down a little bit. Bitcoin was up to 63,000 yesterday and came down a little bit. Solana flying up to like over $135, I believe it was, and starting to have a little bit of correction, but it's up like still 26% over the last week. So Solana's starting to take off again. This could mean good news for the Solana ecosystem. Watch for possibility of those Solana ecosystem coins to start jumping as well with Solana. Remember what happened last time. So Solana could continue to do this if the market stays bullish, and we'll get into that here in just a minute. So this article here says, is there a Bitcoin supply crunch as liquidity jumps? And it talks about the launch of the spot Bitcoin ETFs and how the supply is a shortage of supply compared to the demand currently. In some cases, they're selling 10 times as much Bitcoin in a day to these ETFs as what's being produced currently, and we're not even to the halving yet. That's going to get cut in half then. So it's caused the Bitcoin to surge by over 20% because of this. So if the market stays bullish, and it's an election year, which tends to be a bullish year, we should hopefully get that bull run, the main bull run, towards the end of the year as we get closer to the election. Now, that doesn't mean we won't get a big correction. So don't sit there and think that just because we're going to go up and up and up and up and up like we have been, that we're not going to get a big correction, and it's going to scare the hell out of a lot of people. That often happens in crypto when you least expect it, and we're getting awful top heavy right now. So just be careful on what you're investing in. Me personally, I'm investing in ICOs that haven't launched yet, and I recommend investing into some of the coins that haven't really taken off yet, that have pumped quite a bit recently, because those are the ones that are at the most risk of having the biggest correction, where people start taking profits out if we get a big dip in the market. So, they talk about here about the ETFs and how they can contribute to the liquidity crisis in crypto. That demand we never had before. Now we have that demand added on top of a normal bull run cycle. It could really make Bitcoin go absolutely crazy in this upcoming bull run. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart here. And as you can see, we got up with it in the yellow zone last bear cycle before we came down. We came down big time. It was down. Bitcoin was down into like $3,000 or something, and we went all the way up to, was it like $12,000 or $13,000 or something, and then we had a correction all the way down to like $7,000 again before the COVID crash. So I'm not going to count that. So that's almost a 50% correction. So it can happen. It does happen in crypto. We get big corrections all the time. So don't be surprised if this happens. It may not happen as drastically because of the Bitcoin ETF flow, but I would still think at some point we would probably get some kind of correction. And it's healthy. It's healthier for the cycle if we get that correction. If we don't, we may not have as high of a top for Bitcoin in this bull run. It's just not healthy because there was not enough accumulation at the low parts of the market. So we'll have to see. I'm hoping that if we do get a correction, that it holds off until May or so, till most of my projects that are supposed to launch first quarter and early second quarter get launched, because they won't launch if the market's bad, and it just can't time the market. So hopefully things work out here for a little while. but we still have like almost like a month and a half or so, a little over a month and a half before the halving. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Maybe we won't get the correction until after the halving, or maybe we won't get one at all. It's just hard to say. So the one thing I want to talk about on this video is the Portal coin, Portal Gaming. For those of you who got into Portal, congratulations. I know there were some millionaires made out of this launch. I had some people in my Discord that got into this with us, and we got over a 40x on our Portal coins if they sold yesterday. Even, you know, we had to, like, you know, it was up to like, you know, $3 and some cents. At one point it was over $4 when it first launched, but by the time we got our coins and started selling, it had already come down in price quite a bit. So there was that going on, but most people sold their coins for, you know, between $2.50 and $3. Most of them between $2.50 and $2.80, somewhere in that range, and that was more than a 40x for us because you know, the price we got in the angel round was like 0.069 or something like that, so it was like almost 7 cents. And then it's selling for, you know, if you sell it for $2.80, you know, that's like a 40x. So a lot of people got over 40x with Portal, so congratulations for you on that. So take a look at Portal here. As you can see, it spiked all the way up to like $4.30, and you know, this is on Binance, and then it had this drop down here, and this is the 30-minute chart, you know, because it's such a new chart. I didn't want to pull up the hour chart or the 4-hour chart, but you know, we're coming down and hopefully bottoming out here, and then hopefully we'll start to come back up. We'll just have to see what happens. They are supposed to make a big announcement in the next few days or the next week, and they said that it's going to be, you know, some crazy announcement they're going to make. And they still have 2 huge partnerships that they haven't made public yet, so we don't know what those are, but they could be something really big. We don't know what the partnerships are, but expect some more big news to come out of Portal. They're also going to be doing some kind of staking program that, with, I guess, the gaming projects that are going to be launching on their platform. If you're staking your Portal coins, it sounds like you're going to be able to get allocation for those gaming projects through the seed round, or like public round allocation, probably not seed, but probably like a private or public round allocation to those projects if you're staking your Portal on their platform. So that's going to be one way of keeping the price up there, is by getting people to stake their coins to get the allocation. So not only are there going to be like a gaming platform, they're going to be a gaming platform where you can stake your Portal coins and get allocation for new gaming projects that are launching on the platform. So that's pretty cool. If we take a look at Gala here, last bull run, it got up to like 5.5 billion market cap registered on here. I think it actually got higher than that didn't register on CoinGecko from what I heard. So, you know, if that's the case, Portal's a way bigger gaming platform than Gala could ever be, and it's a very high possibility, in my opinion, that Portal could reach this market cap pretty easily in the upcoming bull run. And if that happens, they're currently only at 400 million market cap. Now, there will be some dilution of the value because there's more coins coming into the market between now and the peak of the bull run. But even if it's diluted by 25% between now and then, or 30%, even so, that's still a 10x from its current price of $2.39. So that's over a $20 Portal if that happens. And for those of you who got in on this in the seed round with us, or the angel round with us, I mean, that's absolutely insane. That's like hundreds of X's if that were to happen. You know, if $2 or something's a 40x for you, and it does a 10x from here, that's like a 400x. So congratulations for those of you who got in. This is life-changing money. I know if this stays above $2, it's going to be life-changing money for me and my family, because I went in pretty heavy on Portal. Thankfully, it worked out well. So my Solana profits, I took my Solana profits, I put some of them into ICP at $4, which is now like $13 or $14, and then I put a bunch into Portal, and that did another 40x for me. So I'm glad I made that move, and it paid off for me really well. And I'm not trying to brag, I'm just trying to let you guys know the reason why I did that, because I figured Portal was going to be a fantastic project with all the marketing and stuff behind it, and the opportunity was there, so I capitalized on it. Thankfully, it worked out for me. So I'm looking forward to that. We still have more coins that we'll be getting over the next 12 months as angel round investors, so I'm really thankful to the people out there that supported me through this and the people in my Discord. I'm really thankful for you for you getting into this, and I know all of you didn't get into it, and I'm sorry. Some of you didn't get in because the allocation filled up fast in this one. A lot of people were trying to rush to get in, but there's going to be more opportunities for those of you in my Discord for you to get in projects that'll do fantastic. So just keep an eye out for those. There's going to be more and more coming. So, if we do get up to this Gala market cap, we're looking at over a $20 portal. Some people are wondering if it's worth investing in portal currently, even though we got a 40x on it, yeah, but we got it in a really low market cap. So its current market cap of over 400 million. I think it's definitely going to do a lot better than this in the bull run. Whether we get a correction on it or not, though, that's hard to say. I don't know if it's going to come down any much lower than this $2 and something price. If it did, it might be a good time to pick some up if you're looking to have some in your portfolio. But, personally, I would maybe expect a 10x or so out of this at the peak of the bull run. So that's up to you if you want to invest in it or not. If you look at Gala's current market cap, it's already 1.3 something billion, and people are still investing in this. And Portal's probably a much better project than Gala, so it's only like a fourth of Gala's market cap. So it's a 4x from here just to get to where Gala is now. So it'd be like getting Gala at 1 penny, and people would be piling in on it at that price. So I think it's still worth picking up at its current price. They still have a bunch of announcements to make. They haven't even got their app out to the public yet to use, even though they do have a working app and stuff already. It's built. So once everything gets rolling with Portal and then we get in the main bull run, that thing could absolutely skyrocket and take off from here. So I don't think it's a bad investment if you're looking to add some to your portfolio. So I wanted to cover that in this video as well. But we'll just have to see how this turns out for Portal Gaming. But again, congratulations to those of you who got in. And if you didn't get in, I'm sorry you didn't get in. Not everybody could get in, but I'm thankful that I was able to get in, and some people from my Discord were able to get in my community. I try to help people out as much as I can. So really glad that it was life-changing money for some of you out there, and I'm just so blessed to be able to have that opportunity. So congratulations to those of you who did get in. But I appreciate it, guys. If you would subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you got any questions on anything, you can hit me up on the video below. I'll answer as many people as I can. I'm really busy. I'm going to cut this video a little bit short and get some sleep. I've been up since like 4 in the morning, stressing out over the Portal launch this morning, so I'm pretty tired. I'm going to get this video edited and get it uploaded to YouTube and get some sleep, guys, and I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next video. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me.